Dirk Nowitzki has a workout routine that's impossible to emulate. The fun part is that many incoming rookies attempt to join him when they first join the team. But after a month or two, Dirk is alone once again. You can only pretend to be great for so long. The great ones just do it naturally. What up? Hey, how you guys doing today, man? Happy Friday. And we are on the verge of the playoffs coming up here. But first off, it's snowing. Is it seriously snowing right now? What is it? It's like summertime? Dude, come on, Colorado. All right? Colorado just snowing out of nowhere. It reminds me of one thing. It reminds me of the Atlanta Hawks. All right, this is a while ago. I'm not really sure which year, so I don't know if you can check me on this, but I'm pretty sure it happened. The Atlanta Hawks went to go on a team bonding trip one time. All right, and for team bonding, it's a huge thing because these players, they're like millionaires, but they all go their separate ways after practice, after the games, right? They normally don't like just hang out. All right? And same holds true for college teams. They do like team bonding events. I remember one time we did, what is that called? We did shooting each other with the paintballs. Yeah, we did paintball wars. We also did like yoga one time, like hot yoga. That was stupid. I remember our girls team and for St. Mary's, they go up to the Russian River. It's not in Russia. It's in California or Nevada or something like that. And they go to it every single year so that they can bond. So anyways, the Atlanta Hawks, they did their team bonding thing one year, and things went bad. Okay? They're in a cabin, and they got snowed in. All right? Just like it's snowing in Colorado right now. They got snowed in, and this is like right before the season. They came dangerously close to like not being able to like start their season. It's like crazy, right? But with that said, they weren't supposed to do that well that year. They came out and they were hot right out the gates. They went like 12-2 or something like that. They ended up finishing the season not that good, but they started off really hot. And a lot of people just contribute that to the fact that they were like hanging out together in this cabin. They got to know each other and like each other. And then, this guy was now cheering for the starter, even though he was on the bench. This guy was now trying harder because he knew that guy's life story. And when they were bonding, they were just together. And that's how you create a culture, right? It's huge. But with that said, why doesn't every NBA team just lock themselves in a cabin? Or why doesn't every NBA team just hang out? I remember the Boston Celtics, they said during their run that they knew it would be a special team when they had a dinner one time and everyone showed up. If that's all it takes, why don't they just do that? Why doesn't every team just do that? And the answer is, you can't. It's not possible. It's like saying, why can't we just leave our doors open at nighttime? Because someone's going to rob you. All right? People are just stupid. I mean, it just is what it is. There will always be someone stupid. There will always be someone on your team that hates that guy. There will always be someone on your team that's not going to be working that hard. There will always be something in you even that will stop you from doing what you want to do. You will mess it up because you're human. All right? And human beings, that's what they do. All right? And now when you get to the special ones like Kobe Bryant, Muhammad Ali, Michael Jordan, like LeBron James, those are just special people. Luka Doncic, there's nothing that different than Trae Young, than let's say I don't know, the next point guard on that team, whoever it happens to be. The only difference is that when they were 12, Trae Young decided he wanted to be a loser, and the other guy was like, I don't want to be that big a loser. The other guy was like, okay, what are you going to do tonight, Trae? And Trae's like, I'm going to go shoot. And the other guy's like, I'm going to go to the movies. And then Trae's like, well, what are you going to do today? The guy's like, well, I'm going to go hang out with friends. Well, I'm going to go to the gym to lift weights. And you make choices, and your choices add up, and they keep adding up. And people are going to tell you to do X, Y, and Z. And if they're an adult, you should probably listen to them, unless they don't have your best interest in mind. But it's tough. And we were talking about it earlier today, saying that the coach's job in the NBA is just to manage their egos. Manage their egos, because that's basically all that there is to do. And yeah, and then Coach Derek brought up a good point. He said players love their egos managed. And for me, as a youth basketball coach, The majority of what I'm doing is not opening the gym, telling you guys what to do for workouts. That would be nice if I just like said, it's this way. Let's all run. Yeah. No. If that were a war, that would be nice. If I was like, let's go get them and we all just attack together, that would be fantastic. But it's not like that. There is a war. There are opponents that we're trying to fight. Like we're trying to fight fate. We're trying to fight like your height. We're trying to fight all this stuff. We're trying to make it to the NBA, right? That's the war. That is definitely happening. And it would be great if we could just run at it together. But we're not doing that. What it is this. There's a war going on. And then I'm like, let's go. What? And I look back and no one's behind me. So I'm like, where are they? And then they're like, oh, they're sleeping. I'm like, oh my God. So I go into your room. I'm like, knock, 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 knock. Okay. And then Noah opens the door. He's like, what? I'm like, come on, there's a war. We got to go make it to the NBA. And Noah's like, I'm tired. Then I'm like, oh my God. Okay, knock, 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 knock. Then Connor opens up his door. And I'm like, Connor, come on, let's do it. And he goes, I was just doing that last month. But the war is still going on. Oh, is it? Is it though? Can I just do the war from inside my house? I did the war yesterday. And it's like, what? And then I feel a little bad because I'm like, wait a minute. Why am I trying to get these kids to fight my war? Until I realize one special thing. It's not my war. It's your war. I've already fought mine. And I lost. You know, I didn't make the NBA, so I consider that a loss. But maybe you guys consider making it overseas as a plus, D1 as a plus. I would if I were you. Yeah, those were pluses. So maybe I won some battles. But now I'm trying to win your war, and it's like y'all ain't running. It's so weird. If you could just convince a kid to just listen to you, you're a genius and you'll make $1 zillion. Because that's not what kids do. Why? Because that's not what adults do. The same NBA guys, all they have to do is try harder. My last point on this, to prove my point on this, there was this team called the Seattle Seahawks. All right, they sucked one year. They were so bad one year that they finished the season, I want to say like 7-10 or like 6-11. Yeah, 6-11. They finished their season 6-11. They won 6 games and lost 11 games. But because their division was so bad, they made it to the playoffs. And everybody was like, dude, we got to change the system, man. This is embarrassing. This team sucks. And that team did suck. All right. They're like, this team sucks. How are they in the playoffs? And for the whole 2 weeks before the playoffs start, everyone just keeps dogging this team. And I was saying it. I was like, you cannot dog a whole bunch of professional athletes this much. Everyone's just making fun of them so much. Then when the game started, the Seattle Seahawks took it out on the Saints, I believe it was, and they wound up beating them. The last play, homeboy running back, whatever his name is, from Oakland, he's just running, pushing people down, throwing people down like this. Their freaking quarterback, Hasselbeck, is just running full, 50 yards to block people. He's jumping in the end zone. They're screaming. They just wouldn't go down because they were they wanted it that badly because everyone was making fun of them. But my question is, why couldn't they do that the whole year? Because people don't have that in them. You either are great or you're not. It's hard to pretend that you're great. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, practice pretending that you're great enough until it becomes who you are. All right? And if there's someone like me trying to give you the keys to the war so you can go out there and have a chance to win it, take those keys, get in that tank, and go. All right? And you go as hard as you possibly can because then you won't regret it. All right? It's your war. It's not mine. Make sure you guys are fighting for it, okay? All right. That was that. I like to start with a little deep thing like that because it's just fun. Anyway, what's up, Noah Masseth? Hey, Kiernan and Declan Louth. See you, Connor Rush. And what's up, Ben Kaufman? What's 2? What is 2? Exactly, man. What is 2? You got to think about the deep questions. Oh, what's up? Let me see. U, P, T, O. Oh, those are right by each other. Autocorrect, baby. Always gets you. Anyways, in that same vein, let's do the story of the day real quick. A failure is not always a mistake. It may simply be the best one can do under the circumstances. The real mistake is to stop trying. All right, so yes, a failure is not a mistake. The real mistake is to stop trying. Okay, sometimes you're just doing the best with what you can do under the circumstances. The circumstances might be like you don't have a court at your house. All right, so you have to do your jumps to like the balcony. The circumstances might be it's snowing outside. All right, yeah, you got to figure it out. Do a whole bunch of push-ups, right? The circumstances might be that you're short, that you're skinny, that you're like whatever. All right, you have to deal with what you're dealing with, but then don't quit. That's the main part. All right, so make sure you guys just understand that it's not about again the results. It's about what you're doing with it. With that said, we do have playoffs this weekend. We have one person signed up for the 5th through 8th grade team. We need more. All right, so we got Gavin and Noah signed up for the high school bunch. I'm going to ask you guys to go down to that lower bunch, but I think it's because all the JA players, they signed up with JA. I gave them a huge chance. I was like, yo, you should probably play with the worst of the two teams. And they all signed up with JA, the better of the two teams. So, I don't know. But the Jam doesn't want us forfeiting, so I told them we have one. So they said that they'll allow those people to play with us and like bring down their 8th graders or something like that. But you guys, come on. You have a chance to play against the better squad. You should always choose the worst squad. You should always choose the one where you're going to have to step it up. All right, for Noah, that's probably you too, man. It's probably going to be an easier game for you to play with the high school than it will be for you to play at the middle school. Because for the middle school, we need you to do a whole bunch of stuff. For the high school, we need you to just stand there. So I would highly suggest that you play with the middle school if your parents can swing both games. All right, but either way though, just so we don't forfeit, have some pride in it. Go out there and try your hardest. For Kieran, if you can play him the older game as well, that would be great too. I know you have 10 o'clock and 11 o'clock game, but we're probably going to need you for that 2 o'clock 7th grade game. So play up, players. All right. Let's see what I have. What do we have here? We got... Where am I now? Let's go with... Oh, yeah, we have our camp stuff. All right. Let's make sure that we know about the camp stuff and that we are... And that we're showing up. All right. I think right now we have more than 10 people signed up, but once again, tell people that our camp's going on, and tell them what Oops, I'm blocking myself. Tell them what the promo code is. The promo code is DUNK, and they get half off. For $100, they get the entire camp, or they can come to any day that they want for just $20. All right, but you guys get it for free, so understand that that's the camp stuff. And as for this stuff, the challenge of the day for the 7th graders to finish month 8 of the 10-month Chastain Challenge. But I cannot wait for someone to just listen to me. And they would be on month 8 right now of the Chastain Challenge. That would have been going so far doing this. It reminds me of those guys, Blaze and the other guy that quit, Andrew. 3 years from now, wherever they're going to be, I'm going to ask them, like, what would have 3 more years of trying harder done for your chances to make, D1? I mean, like, and it's hard to see, like, in the moment. But when you add it up like this, and you get to see that, like, we've been doing the show for a while now, but these 7th graders could have started doing this. They could have, but they didn't. They would be on month 8 right now of doing this stuff. All right? It's not like that long since we started. They should be doing this. And for the 8th graders, you would be finishing if anyone were doing it again, just doing the daily homework, which Connor's not doing, Noah's not doing, because we saw Noah's homework. He did not post yesterday's stuff. All right, it's finished day 6 of week 3 of the 5 perfect weeks. Run 3 miles, jump rope for 10 minutes, 17 and 7 divine drill, and 80 seconds each for the 8-ball dribbling, and then try to recruit 7 teammates to join you 1 day per week. All right, it's all the stuff that we have that we should be doing that we're not. Again, don't regret stuff like that in life. You can't, because life's way too short to have those kind of regrets. All right, the time will fly. Trust me. You're gonna think like 5-week challenge. This is forever. No, not only will those 5 weeks fly, the next 5 years are gonna fly. They're gonna fly by so fast that you're gonna try to hang on to them. And if you want to slow down time, like the most valuable thing in life is time. All right, people would not sell time for all the money in the world. Okay, if you offer someone 10 extra years in their life, that they would gladly like do anything in the world for you, right? If you can slow down time, that's the next best thing than to like living forever. So every time that you slow down time, it's actually a great thing for you overall. And think about how slow time goes when you're working out excruciatingly hard. Think about that. I mean, so like the best way to slow down time is to work, is to grind it out. The worst thing to do is just to pass time doing like video games, stuff like that, because that makes time go fast. You don't want time to go fast because it's hard to slow back down. Got that from a movie called Big Fish. All right, but yes, so slow down time by doing these things. And again, on June 5th, we will be doing them together. I'll be joining you that first day, but then we'll be doing it all week, and then hopefully you guys can continue on with all 5 weeks of the 5 perfect weeks challenge. All right, good luck with that stuff. Again, it's your goal, it's your war, but I'm just trying to help you fight it. All right, let's go with the workouts. This is our open gym for tomorrow. We got 3-on-2, 2-on-1 break. This is the future one that we're going to do. Then 2-on-2 lateral is our pick and roll series. Then 5-on-5. As for the high school, this was the stuff that we did last time, 2-on-2 diamond. That went really bad, 2-on-2 diamond. Man, people, it was crazy. You guys got to dribble the ball up the court, stay wide, and then pass the ball to the other person, and we couldn't do it. We were bobbling the ball. We were running too far ahead, running too far behind. All right, we have to be able to somehow understand that it's pretty simple. Okay, all right. Look, we talked about it even before. So if you're watching right now, it's probably not going to help you anyways. But yeah, this guy's chasing right there. This guy's right there. This guy will pass the ball to one of them. Literally, all you have to do is dribble the ball up the court, wide, with 2 people, wide. All right, and as this person's right there, it's this. That's it. And then you go score. And you have to be able to score against this one guy. All right, now if he steps over and he takes away your bucket, you have to make an accurate pass ahead of this guy with the left hand on this side, because it's an outside hand. If you try to throw it across your body, this guy can step in front of it and get it. So it's with the outside hand, throw it accurately, and bounce pass it right there, so that this guy can catch it on the run, and then he has to make a left-hand layup. Just that was giving us trouble. Just that little thing was giving us trouble. Let alone this guy chasing, trying to catch him, and then us understanding that it's these 2 guys going 2-on-2 back against 2 guys after the shot's done. All right, just understanding the drill we couldn't do. All right, so our basketball awareness is very, very low. We have to get better at that. So hopefully you guys can work on that stuff, please. All right, stuff that we are not doing for tomorrow because we have games, and we are not doing open gym tomorrow. But if we were, it would be 3-on-3 cutthroat, make it, take it, multiple teams at once, and then 2-on-2 help side. This is also why I want to move our weekend stuff to the weekdays. I just have to get permission first. All right, but I am looking to do that. Possibly making open gyms on like a Wednesday, maybe, or maybe like even like a Tuesday and a Thursday. I'm not quite sure how I want to do it, because in the future, if we get all the teams doing stuff, there will be some people that won't be on the elite teams. So a tricky way to get them 5 days a week would be to take Sunday shooting and putting it on Tuesday, so that they can come Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but then allow them to come Tuesday for a shooting. And then on Thursday, there can be open gym, so people not on the elite team can come to that. People on the elite team can do both. So that would be a tricky way to get everyone five days a week. And then for the weekends, we open it up strictly for games and tournaments. So then even when we travel, we can still do stuff, even though that Friday would still be tricky because of the travel day. But still, we would just be missing one workout as opposed to multiple things. All right. Let's move on to the trivia question of the day. Yesterday was an awkward day because the freaking feed went out. I even had to restart my whole computer, man. I don't know what's going on with these electronicals. All right. But yes, it should all be fixed now. Let's get this thing done. Finn Kaufman knows the whole story because this has happened maybe 5 times. Finn has watched every show since the first show, I believe. So he knew that I would come back on somewhere, some way, somehow. So he hung out and figured it out. And so he answered the trivia question to tie it all up. It is 8-8 to 2-1. All right. Today's trivia question is a very, very simple one. All right. But good luck in answering it. Let me cue up my music because without the music, I mean, it's not really trivia. I mean, no Google, so says no. Noah, you don't know any of these questions. You need Google. Why? The question that I have for you, and this is not the trivia question, is why are you so bad at Googling, Noah Masseth? It's just typing it in. Oh yeah, it paused and I left. I didn't know if it was mine or the stream. Exactly. So basically, Finn Kaufman got a Mickey Mouse win yesterday, but we're going to count it. We're going to count it. All right. Anyways, the question today is, what city and state, hear me twice, what city and state was Sir Charles Barkley born in? That's the question. What city and state was Sir Charles Barkley, the round mound of rebound, knucklehead as he was known growing up, the dough man for Po Man. I just made that one up myself. Where was he from? What city and state? I can name the state, but the city would have been really hard. But maybe some of you guys are Chuck fans out there. He's a famous TNT analyst, but he's also a basketball player back in the day. And he killed it, man. This dude would just bring it. All right. Mobile, Alabama. I believe you looked that up, because that is not the answer. I thought he was from Mobile, Alabama, too. He's from Leeds, Alabama. That's crazy, and that is Wisconsin to Kentucky. Exactly. Wisconsin. Yes, the answer is Leeds. Leeds, Alabama. That is the answer, which is weird because I totally thought it was mobile, whatever it's called. Why did I think that, though? Mobile, Alabama, and Barkley. Let me see. Why do we think that? Why do we think that Charles Barkley is from Mobile? Did he go to school there or something? Charles Barkley, blah, 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 blah. Early this week in Leeds. Nope. I really don't know. It's so random. He's an American basketball player, blah, blah, blah. It's selling memorabilia, blah, blah, blah. Alabama hometown. Refuses to say Roll Tide. He doesn't say Roll Tide. Yeah, I don't know why we think he's from Mobile. But yeah, he's from Leeds. DeMarcus Cousins is from Mobile. That is it. It is definitely Leeds, Alabama. Great job to Finn Kaufman. All right, we still have a long race to go. He went to Auburn. That's why, because he went there. Yep. All right. So, anyways, you guys. Next up. Let's check our picture of the day. Oh, the picture of the day. Oh yes. The Atlanta Magic with the number 1 pick. All right. The last time the Atlanta Magic had the number 1 pick, I think so. I think this is the last time. It's when they got Shaq and Penny Hardaway, right? All right. Well, of course, I think that they picked Chris Webber first. I'm not sure exactly how it went. Let me see. Orlando Magic, number 1 picks. So they had 2 straight number ones. They've had great success in the past. All right, and let's see. For the 4th time in franchise history, the Orlando Magic held the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. All right, so they picked. Let's see, who else did it? They might pick Paolo. They said. All right, but who did they pick before? Oh yeah, Dwight Howard. So they got Shaquille O'Neal, Penny Hardaway, and Dwight Howard, all with the number 1 picks. Of course, they selected Chris Webber with the first overall pick in 93, but they traded him to Golden State Warriors for Penny Hardaway. All right, but they've had a lot of number 1 picks. But how about the rest of them? The Oklahoma City Thunder, they have enough draft picks for the next 7 years to like basically create a franchise. Let's see what they do with it. The Portland Trailblazers got dogged, man. They had a good chance. Damian Lillard was there, and they got a bad pick. There's not going to be 7 good players, man. Or at least 7 great players. I mean, but Sacramento Kings are up there now. Sabonis looks so happy about that. All right, the New Orleans Pelicans, they got the Lakers pick since the Lakers traded them that away for Anthony Davis as well. All right, New York Knicks, not in the top 10. That's not good. That's not good for their franchise. Cleveland Cavaliers with a great year, great team, but man, if they could have stolen a top pick, that would have been amazing for them. So yes, these picks are huge for these teams because it changes like everything about their whole franchise. It's crazy. But where's Paolo Banchero gonna go? Where's Chet Holmgren gonna go? We're gonna know these guys as household names pretty soon, unless they get hurt or just don't pan out. Which ones are gonna suck? There's always like a 5th pick that just sucks, or like an 8th pick that just is horrible. And like you see it 10 years later, you're like, why did they pick him? There's always that guy. You know what the difference is? Whether they want it to be good or not. That's what I really believe. Now, sometimes they just draft wrong and the kid wasn't good to begin with. But it's whether they want it to be good or not. And the same holds true for you guys. So which draft pick would you be? And would you be a bust because you just didn't see the point in trying hard, like you guys maybe don't see now? Or would you be like a success because you grinded it out even though you're already on the team? All right, so what are you going to be? Who are you going to be? And we have to figure that stuff out. Check your homework real quick to see what you guys are doing. Here's your draft pick stuff. Let's see, Rohi's doing stuff. All right, and that's about it. Is that the only person that posted today? So that's the draft pick people. Those are the draft pick people right there. All right, it looks like Rohi's trying to improve his draft stock. All right, Rohi Dawes is trying to be a draft pick. All right, so he got picked, and he's the only one to do it. Yep, that's about it. So no one else. That one's from yesterday, the pop push-ups, and it's not even the homework that we're supposed to be doing, right? Is anyone doing the homework for the month, the jump still? All right, that's a long time, right? So again, I know that this is a long race, but it's a race that's totally worth it. I promise you guys. All right. So keep running it. Keep running it. Keep running it. Let's check our quote of the day. Quote of the day is "Luck's the residue of hard work and preparation." Luck's the residue of hard work and preparation. I'm taking a lot of leniency with that stuff, right? Luck's. All right. But yes, luck is the residue. That's the leftover of hard work and preparation. I totally believe that. Again, one of my favorite quotes is from Jay-Z. It's like, when you play with skill, good luck will happen. When you go out there and you work so hard for stuff and you prepare for it, you've done it so many times that sometimes like your reactions, your second nature, I always forget words. I always put on the spot. What is that called? Like when you twitch and you just like react, you hit me and then I react. I don't know what the word is again. But yes, that stuff, it just takes over. All right? It just takes over, and you're like, you'll be able to hit a shot that you normally wouldn't hit because you prepared for it. You'll be able, maybe the coach saw something in you because he saw you in the gym more often. Maybe your aunt knows that you're working hard. She happens to know the coach at Duke, and he recruits you because of that. All right? When you work hard and you prepare, good luck will just follow you around. Everything will just go your way. All right? You won't get injured as much because of it, because like your coordination will be high, but also like your strength will be up. All right? You have more good luck when you work hard and you prepare than when you do without it. So if you want to be a little lucky in life, Work extremely hard. That's what this is saying. All right. Also, Gavin and I are doing middle school. All right. All right, you guys. Anyways, so that's our quote of the day. Make sure that you guys show up to the workouts today. All right. Great job with everything else. I will talk to y'all soon. And I'm out. Reese's Pieces, homies. There's working to improve, and then there's working to showcase your prowess. Both are eventually needed for the top-tier athlete, but the showcase must come much after. Work hard to build your fortune before cashing out your chips. The showcase period is when you stop improving. There's a time for this, but that time is not 8th grade or earlier.